You're hitting the gym, lifting hard, eating clean, and still not growing muscle? Listen, I get it. You're putting in the work, but the results just aren't showing. You're starting to think it's genetics, bad lighting, or some other BS excuse. But the problem might not be in the gym at all. It might be lurking in your everyday routine. Yeah, you heard me. The stuff you do outside the gym can make or break your gains. Today, I'm going to expose 7 habits that are silently sabotaging your muscle growth. We're talking about the things that are holding you back from that next level physique. Stay tuned, because if you're serious about building muscle, you need to kick these habits to the curb. Let's talk about sleep, or more importantly, the lack of it. You think you're tough pushing through those all-nighters? Well, I've got news for you. When it comes to building muscle, sleep is non-negotiable. It's not just about feeling rested, it's about optimizing your hormones. We're talking about testosterone, the muscle-building king, which takes a nosedive when you're constantly sleep-deprived. And it's not just testosterone. Growth hormone, another key player in muscle repair and growth, also takes a hit when you're skimping on sleep. Think about it. Sleep is prime time for muscle recovery. While you're catching those Z's, your body is hard at work, repairing those micro-tears in your muscles, rebuilding them bigger and stronger. Skipping sleep is like skipping leg day. It will catch up with you. You'll hit a plateau, your performance will tank, and you'll be more susceptible to injuries. So, make sleep a priority. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Look, we all deal with stress, it's a part of life. But when stress becomes chronic, it becomes a major roadblock to your muscle-building goals. Here's why. Stress releases a hormone called cortisol. Now, cortisol isn't inherently bad, but when it's constantly elevated due to chronic stress, it starts wreaking havoc on your gains. See, cortisol directly competes with testosterone for receptor sites in your muscle tissue. So the higher your cortisol, the less effective your testosterone becomes at doing its job, building muscle. We're talking decreased protein synthesis, increased muscle breakdown, a recipe for disaster if you're trying to get jacked. And it doesn't stop there. Chronic stress also messes with your sleep, your appetite, and your energy levels. All crucial factors for muscle growth. So what can you do? Incorporate stress-reducing activities into your daily routine. Meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, spending time in nature. These are all powerful tools to combat stress and keep cortisol in check. You're hitting the gym hard, pushing yourself to the limit, but you're not seeing the muscle growth you deserve. You're tracking your macros, eating clean, but the scale won't budge, and neither will your muscles. Sound familiar? You might be undereating. Look, building muscle is an anabolic process. It requires energy, raw materials, and those materials come from the food you eat. When you consistently consume fewer calories than your body needs, you're essentially starving your muscles of the fuel they need to grow. Think of it like this. Muscle is expensive, and you're paying in calories. If you're not providing your body with enough calories to support muscle growth, it will prioritize other functions like keeping your organs running. Muscle growth? That's going to be put on the back burner. Don't be afraid to eat. Make sure you're consuming enough calories to support your training and your muscle building goals. And don't just focus on protein. Carbs and healthy fats are equally important for providing your body with the energy it needs to build new muscle tissue. Chapter 4. No deload weeks. The road to overtraining. I get it, you're dedicated. You live for the iron. But listen up, because this is important. More is not always better. In fact, when it comes to building muscle, sometimes less is more. Constantly pushing yourself to the limit without adequate rest is a recipe for disaster. We're talking about overtraining, my friend. And overtraining is the ultimate progress killer. See, muscle isn't built by doing more. It's built by recovering better. When you're constantly hammering your muscles without giving them a break, you're not giving them the time they need to repair and rebuild. You'll hit a plateau, your performance will tank, and you'll be more susceptible to injuries. That's why deload weeks are crucial. Every few weeks, take a step back from your training, reduce your training volume or intensity, or even take a few days completely off. This will allow your body to fully recover, recharge, and come back stronger than ever. Chapter 5. Poor hydration dehydrating your gains. You know water is important, but are you really giving your body the hydration it needs to maximize muscle growth? Don't underestimate the power of H2O. Even mild dehydration can significantly impact your performance in the gym. We're talking decreased strength, reduced endurance, and impaired muscle recovery. Remember, your muscles are about 70% water. Water is essential for transporting nutrients to your muscles, lubricating your joints, and regulating your body temperature, all crucial factors for optimal muscle growth. When you're dehydrated, your body can't perform these functions efficiently, and your gains will suffer. So make hydration a non-negotiable part of your routine. Carry a water bottle with you everywhere you go and sip on it throughout the day. Aim for a gallon of water a day, especially on training days. Chapter 6. Not tracking progress. Training in the dark. If you're serious about building muscle, you need to be tracking your progress. And I'm not just talking about stepping on the scale every now and then. We're talking about meticulously tracking your workouts, your nutrition, your sleep, everything. Why is tracking so important? Because it gives you data. It gives you a clear picture of what's working and what's not. Without data, you're just guessing. You're training in the dark. By tracking your workouts, you can see how your strength is progressing, identify any weak points, and make adjustments to your training plan accordingly. Tracking your nutrition allows you to ensure you're consuming enough calories and macros to support muscle growth. And tracking your sleep helps you identify any patterns or issues that might be affecting your recovery. Chapter 7. Chasing trends, the enemy of consistency. Look, the fitness industry is full of shiny objects, new programs, fancy equipment, the latest supplements. It's easy to get caught up in the hype and constantly jump from one thing to the next. But here's the truth. Consistency trumps everything. Building muscle is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires patience, dedication, and a consistent approach. When you're constantly switching things up, your training program, your diet, your supplements, you're never giving your body a chance to adapt and grow. You're creating confusion, not consistency. Pick a solid training program and stick with it. Focus on the basics: compound movements, progressive overload, proper nutrition, and adequate rest. Outro: build the habits, build the physique. So, there you have it. 7 common habits that are silently sabotaging your muscle growth. The good news is, now that you're aware of them, you can start making changes to eliminate them from your routine. Remember, building muscle isn't just about what you do in the gym. It's about the choices you make every single day. It's about prioritizing sleep, managing stress, fueling your body properly, and staying consistent with your training. Which of these 7 habits are you guilty of? Drop it in the comments below, and if you want real growth, not just gym selfies, hit subscribe. Your future gains will thank you.